My name is Brian.
And I'm Adrian.
And this is Higher Thinking Live.
In tonight's episode, we're going to dig into the...
Now your wife. It says going.
We're digging into what?
Into the second dimension of wellness.
All right.
And that is... Coming up?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Coming up after the bumper because... if I give it away now, you'll go away. But anyway, it's coming up.
Bumper.
Oh.
All right. Thanks for joining us tonight. Welcome back to another Friday night here on the Higher Thinking Live set. Adrian, how was your Friday? Or how was your week?
It was heavy. It was busy.
Yeah,
in a good way.
for sure.
It was very positive. There's a lot of projects in mind, and today we came closer to kind of laying the foundation for the project, and it's very promising. I can see it going. It's going to be a very productive and very fulfilling project.
Nice, man. Sounds
I'm
exciting.
liking it. Yeah,
For sure.
The only downside of that, and I say it downside just with as a filler, but it's actually not downside. It's a good thing. Is I have to come up with a business plan for Monday. So
Okay.
I have to kind of invest some time. So yeah.
So you got to create like this 10-page or 20-page business plan, and
Not necessarily that long, but definitely have it, at least the foundation of it. So
for sure.
but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Actually, I'm very pumped about it because it's going to tie into a few other aspects of the the business I do and other occupations. As we're busy individuals, so it's kind of gonna go hand in hand with it. So I'm very excited.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting, dude. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Thank you. How was your week?
My week was very busy as well.
Yeah.
And I've written down, I've got some projects that I'm working on,
Okay.
that I've gotten written down. It's just a matter of now, planning them properly and executing them properly. So, but yeah, for sure. Definitely a week to start, or a week that I've started actually, working on some serious stuff. So
Awesome, man.
yeah, man. Today was
good
cool
to
too,
hear.
man. Today was really busy. Pretty busy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I tell you, man, when you're busy, it's just like you feel like you're doing something for a cause, for a reason, for towards a goal, and when you're doing that, just time just seems to go like flies.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at us now. I mean, it's 7:30. We were talking earlier around 8-9 a.m. Mm-hmm. We're like, yeah, we're gonna do a show tonight. And by the way, we're trying the YouTube platform tonight. Hopefully, you guys like it. Let us know your comments in the what's it called? The YouTube chat box. Huh?
In the comments.
In the comments section. It's on the, I don't know where it is. I think it's just gonna.
On the far right.
Yeah, so let me pull it up so I can see what you guys see. In that way, I just want to be able to direct you in the best possible way. Here, if I can find it, I don't know if I can find it. No, but I'm saying what people see when we post.
When they're watching
when
on
we post
their
something, right?
When they post up that, I don't know.
Yeah. So, what's happening? What's going on? Anything interesting going on this weekend? I know you got some plans coming up.
Yeah, nothing really. Just hanging out with family. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to reserve the weekends for family time.
Yeah, that's good.
And I get most of my work done during the week. That way, I can really focus on the family on the weekends.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you have to do.
Hey, Andrew, can you open the
family.
doc? I've got a little message there for you.
Yeah, it's important to do family, I guess. Well, it's important.
Well, definitely, man, because your family, that's like sort of your backbone. You know? That's
your support.
That's your support system, your
Motivation.
foundation, your everything. For me, they're my everything.
It's everything. Motivation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Exactly.
You
the
see
reason I
them,
keep
there
fighting
you go.
every single day.
Yeah. You stole my words. You stole my words from my mouth. Yeah, basically, you look at them and you say, yeah, just because I want to see them, in a better position, not just economic, not just in the financial aspect of it, but in every possible way, just to help them, because they're your family, your loved ones, and so that's why we do what we do, because we want to contribute. I
Right.
think. So
For sure.
man. Yeah. So tonight's topic is intellectual.
Intellectual wellness.
Yeah. What does that translate to? What does it actually mean?
So, intellectual wellness is, well, to me, it's, keeping your brain muscles active,
Right.
right? Instead of stop learning after high school or after college, or even after you get your master's, right?
Right.
You just continue to learn every single day, or learn something new, learn a hobby, a new skill, or just learn something that's going to advance you in your career. I think it's really, really important. It's very crucial to having, like balancing all of the dimensions of wellness.
Yeah, for sure.
And being able to be intellectually healthy. It's very important, right? Because that's I guess, when we're exercising our brain, we're making sure that we learn as much as possible, or as much as we can.
Yeah.
To keep working on the other dimensions. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. And actually, you know what? That reminds me of something I came across that explains why not to stop learning. It's crucial for us to actually, grow with a young, positive mind. Is so when you're learning, you're kind of creating more neural connections, meaning it's almost like in a city when you start developing a town, you're creating more roads, more avenues, and better routes to get to other places such as stores or malls or stuff like that. So it's the same thing in our brains, right? So we create this highway connections between areas of our brain, and so obviously that gives it a lot more power, and it maintains that aspect of being active all the time, and so you keep it healthy for longer. Yeah. So
one of my favorite quotes from Mr. Jim Rohn,
the men of the hour.
Yeah, the men of the century.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, for us. Yeah.
Is a formal education will make you a living. But
personal.
No, what was self-education?
Yeah.
Will make you a fortune. Yes. And I strongly believe that, I believe that, with everything that I am, that self-education, could make you just a ton of money.
Right.
Because, well, I guess I can give myself as an example. Yeah. Like I'll never be jobless, because I can do so much.
So many things,
I've learned how to do so many things,
right.
From being, people might think that it's, I'm unstable or anything like that.
Right. Or
because I've jumped around or whatever. Well, yeah.
Saying that a lot of stuff, but it's true. It's reality.
Well, I've went from being a mechanic to, I was an artist. I was a tattoo artist, airbrush artist. I was almost everything. Right. I've had kind of like a million jobs, I want to say. Yeah. And so because of that, like doing IT and now, this whole photo video
editing
venture.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
People can always come to me and they say, "Hey, I need this done." It's like, yeah, I know how to do that. I got you. I know how to fix furnaces and washers and dryers, and I can install drywall and plumbing and stuff like that.
And with that, it's actually it plays a lot of in real life. It's a lot of different things actually, because so you're able to monetize on what but you're also able to save money when it comes to your personal stuff. When say your furnace goes out, or your car goes out, you don't have to actually pay a mechanic. Which mechanics also need they need from our services and our businesses as well to stay afloat. But at the same time, if you're able to do it, then you don't have to worry about, if your car dies in the middle of the road, you don't have to pay a tow truck, you don't have to pay a mechanic, you don't have and what I've been finding lately is, for some, I don't know why, maybe it's just me, but like if your car breaks down and you call it tow truck, they want to charge you like $200 for 2-3 miles. It's like, come on, people. I mean, is that real? Is that? Do you think it's too much?
I think that's definitely too much.
I mean,
but that's why I have roadside assistance on my insurance.
So yeah, that's a good thing.
So
learning a few tricks like that, and also definitely learning to do.
I'm less likely to get ripped off because I'm like, I got in an argument with a mechanic once, and I had to take my car into the shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the roadside assistant?
No, because he wasn't doing the job properly.
Oh.
And so I went in there and I was like,
this is how you do it.
Pretty much.
This is how it's done. Now pay me. But yeah, so, and I think that's also part of what we're talking about tonight. Intellectual wellness. Just increasing your brain capacity. I mean, there's no real, there hasn't been found scientifically, there hasn't been found a limit for the brain. Mm-hmm. What that means is, okay, let's just say you do accounting today. I'm sure a lot of people listening do accounting, finances, you do pictures, you do videos, you do airplane mechanics, you do IT, you do solar panels, or you do construction. You could always learn something just to kind of, keep that. I mean, the brain is a muscle, right? So you got to keep that muscle working out. You got to work it out. You got to exercise it in order to keep it healthy and active. And by learning different activities, you're definitely going to grow intellectually. And so.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't see why not.
Right, and it's not all just book smart. It's like, learning something new with your hands.
Now,
like a skill or something.
Yeah, for sure. And something, sorry to interrupt you, something related with that quote from Jim Rohn, formal education, could you actually have learned in, I don't know, whatever, how many times you spent in how many years you spent in school and college, let's just say up until you were 21, maybe you were in college, and I'm just using a generic example out there, right? Could you, by that age, could you have learned what you know now, or what you learned on your own from school? It would take you a lot more than that, right? Because they only teach one subject at a time.
Yeah.
Right.
It probably would have taken a longer time. However, you probably could have done without some of the stuff they taught there.
Right.
A
lot of the stuff, I mean, it was okay, but
it was just to please the
curriculum.
Yeah. What they believed was mandatory to, get that diploma or degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. It's there's nothing wrong with going to school and learning, but I think, and again, I did it just because I didn't know any better, but that's a different thing, right? So, I mean, I went to school, and what's funny though is I actually did go to school for something I was very passionate about, and that was computer. And so I did a computer science degree, and so. Yeah, but a lot of people do what other people tell them that it's going to be good in the future for them, right? And
mostly it comes from their parents.
Their parents or family, family members, and so they're told, go to school and learn this because you're going to need it, and that's the future of the world. And
because that was the future for them when they were
right.
When they were their kids' age.
Things have changed a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot in the last, 5 years, maybe 10 years. Things have changed a lot, and so.
But intellectual wellness refers to active participation in scholastic, cultural, and community activities. It's important to gain and maintain intellectual wellness because it expands knowledge and skills in order to live a stimulating, successful life.
Wow, that's it.
In order to improve intellectual wellness, it is important to value creativity, curiosity, and lifelong learning. Yeah. Keyword on the lifelong learning. I want to make some shirts. I was thinking about this. Oh man, I can't remember what I should have wrote this down. Dang.
Should have wrote.
I think it's like the triple L or something. Lifelong learner.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that working out.
How you
sure.
thinking live?
LLL.
Lifelong learner. Triple
I
L.
can see that working out. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Now you mentioned you said another word in that last paragraph that I like a lot. For some reason, I like that word a lot. It's stimulating.
Stimulating.
You stimulate your senses. It's like everything in life changes.
Yep.
Like you experience it differently, right? And so, and obviously, maintaining curiosity about all there is to learn, right? And valuing lifelong learning, like you said, and just responding positively to intellectual challenges. Yeah, it's just like everything, I mean, we've said it enough times here, and we take it back as far back as when we started to walk, right? So it wasn't easy the first time, but we didn't give up,
Right.
right? And so it's the same thing, and you just got to have to believe in yourself that you can do it, because you can. And so it's going to be challenging in the beginning,
Usually is.
but it's
Always is.
definitely worth it.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think.
Definitely.
Right. And so expanding knowledge and skills while discovering the potential for sharing your gift with others. I mean, if that doesn't ring your bells, then your bells may be rusty.
The rusty, yeah. You gotta shake them up a little bit, or maybe get some of
Yeah.
that rust off. You know what I do?
What?
On my phone,
Yeah.
I don't have I have games on my phone, but they're
Shame
all
on you.
They're all puzzle games that require me to think,
Okay.
games that require me to solve problems.
Okay.
And ever since I was a kid, I've always loved problem solving games. Always loved it. And that's like Sudoku. I really love Sudoku. Right now on my phone, I have quite a few. I have a lot of games that are like puzzles, whether it's shapes or directing lasers or, one of my favorite games are when I was a kid, there were these coloring books, right?
Yeah.
Well, this was like a puzzle book, like a logic puzzle.
Okay. Yeah. On paper. Yeah.
Yeah. So then they had this chart. It was this story. And then there was a scenario where this person was with this person, or this person had this kind of cake, and this cake belonged to this person, and so on and so on. And then the names were on the side, and the cakes were on the other side. And then you had to figure out who had what kind of cake, right?
I always kind of like that. I remember a puzzle with who is the murderer, and
Yeah.
it's like a fish, their favorite beer, their
Yep.
favorite something.
Yeah.
It's like that.
That sounds kind of cool.
Those were my favorite, dude. My favorite pastime was just to open up one. I would go to the bookstore, and I would buy one of those, and it would entertain me for hours, man.
Dang
hours.
it. That sounds
Yeah.
fun, man.
So
That sounds like a lot of fun.
that's why my head is this big right now,
Yeah, I kind of know what you mean with that. And so who's watching with us on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube link that we posted? Just say hello or something so that we know who's there. Now, one thing I was just thinking, right, is okay. So when I opened up the link, and it opened up YouTube, I've noticed from a lot of friends that they don't actually have YouTube install if they want to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but if they want to watch a YouTube video, they actually open up a browser and go to YouTube from there.
Oh, browser from their phone?
Yeah. And then go to youtube.com instead of opening the app.
Oh, so it doesn't automatically open the app.
No.
Gotcha.
And I was just thinking about that. And so
Yeah.
since we decided to go live on YouTube tonight, again, it's all fine and dandy because obviously we're going to be able to post this hopefully back to YouTube and people can watch it. I mean, Facebook and people can watch it later, right?
Yeah, I see. It's opened up and then I can select open app. And then, hey, look, there we are. Well, the delay is not that bad. It's better than Facebook.
It's actually really good. So that's the thing. So
choppy at all?
Yeah, not really.
So and so we have to consider that. So we have to kind of balance that. Do we really want to have a small, a very small delay, or do we want to have no delay, but then we're going to miss out on some of the participants because
Sure.
so I don't know.
You know, I think like you said, it's going to be a challenge at first. So
Yeah, until we
streamline and it becomes streamlined, and then just like Facebook was.
Yeah, and I think if people are really interested in our topics and our live videos, right, and our episodes, I think they will make the effort to download the app so that they can actually watch it directly on YouTube.
For sure.
That's easier. It's cheap. It's actually free. I mean, you pay nothing for YouTube. It's just an installation of an application on your phone. And so, yeah, there may be, like we said, there may be a bit of a challenge in the beginning, but hopefully, and if people start, participating here, we can see who's on, we can get them to contribute. And so,
yeah, and I'd like to take a quick moment just to let you guys know, if this is your first time here, we are Higher Thinking Live. We talk about positivity, wellness, and growth. We talk a lot about self-education, which is kind of like what this topic today is about. And you can catch us here on YouTube. You can catch us on Facebook as well, at Higher Thinking Live. You can follow us on Instagram. And if you'd like to be a Patreon member, you can do so at patreon.com/Higher Thinking Live. Become a member to get access to exclusive content just for Patreon members. And then you can also check out our podcasts over on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts, as well as Spotify and other podcast platform, whichever is your favorite. We should be on there. Just look for Higher Thinking Live.
Absolutely. So Real Life Cinema just commented saying hello from the YouTube app. Hey, Real Life Cinema. Who's that?
That's my brother.
That's your brother, right?
That's my bro. Yeah.
What up, bro?
What up, bro?
It's good to see you on here. Let us know if you like this experience, and if you like it better than Facebook, then we should actually get the rest of our followers encouraged to actually to make sure that they download the YouTube app if they don't already have it.
Yep.
And also, I think in order to comment in the YouTube live, you have to either be signed in or have an account. Because you can't comment if you can watch it, but you can't comment if you don't have an account. Mm-hmm. Does it make sense?
Right. Yeah.
I just got a message from one of our...
Just make sure, if you guys are watching, make sure you pass over into the 21st century. We would appreciate that. It's not difficult. Ask your 5-year-old. He can definitely help you out with that. Sorry, I'm being sarcastic.
But it's true. Even your 2-year-old.
Yeah. Even your baby probably came out with a smartphone attached to their hands.
Yeah, I think that's one of the requirements when you actually walk out of the hospital. They attach your device to your kid.
Hey, mijo, can you get me on the Wi-Fi?
So yeah, I just got a comment from one of our followers from Facebook that is not able to comment on there, and so I said make sure you're signed in or you have an account, and you should be able to comment. Yeah, so we got some comments here. Actually, you know what? I feel excited at the fact that we're going live on YouTube.
Yeah.
We got another comment from Melania Gomez. Hi, everyone. Thanks for watching. Yes,
Hello.
indeed. Hello. Anybody there?
Hello.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited actually, man, to see ourselves in YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. We're going international, man.
And if you have a Gmail account, you also have a YouTube account. So
it's the same, right? So if you have a Gmail or a Google or
all you got to do is click on your Gmail account when you open up the YouTube app, and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's all I got to log in.
And then you also, whoever has a Hangouts account, literally any Google service that you have an account with, will also allow you the opportunity to sign into YouTube and watch us on YouTube. So
I do extra videos on here. It might be interesting if you ever wanted to.
Right. Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah. So this episode is brought to you by Maverick Media. For all of your media needs, please contact Maverick Media. Visual storyteller, creates video and photo content for social media. And
Seguros Acacia or Acacia Insurance. It's a financial company that gives support the families when they need it most in the most times of need, when you're going through hard times, whether you've lost a family member or you're on the verge of losing one. You can kind of tell when you're losing one. You know, someone's battling cancer or any chronic disease or anything like that. We help families with that. So check us out online on Facebook, Instagram. Not yet.
No.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
They should contact Maverick Media to get for all their social media needs.
I think that's a great suggestion. I will have the agency manager reach out to Maverick Media so that we can get going on that.
So Fernando says, when my Maverick Media IT guy doesn't help me set it up, I usually have my 6-year-old sign me up to YouTube Live. Nice. Good job, Santi.
Hey, Santi, what's up, amigo?
Is he watching? We're early. It's before his bedtime. Let us know if Santi's watching. We give Santiago a shout out.
Our biggest,
what's up, buddy?
Well, I don't know if that's our biggest fan, but it's one
I don't know,
of our,
man. Dude, like the conversations I have with Santiago are like,
he's
wow
out there,
me.
right?
No, man. Like he really wants to learn what we talk about. He wants to know what we're talking about. He wants to
should bring him on.
participate. Yeah, I think
We should give him that
because I had
opportunity
that
for sure.
conversation with him. I told you, he's like, "Hey, can you tell me what you guys talked about? I missed it." But then don't tell me everything because I'm going to call you later, and that's when I want you to tell me everything.
Right.
Yeah. So I hope you're watching, buddy.
Yeah. If you are, go ahead and comment, even if it's under your puppy's account.
Yep.
Say
Do it.
something.
Do it.
How does that sound?
Oh, you know
again?
what? You know who I where is he? I gotta send this over to Dan Busek. Cause
that's right. Did you guys do anything?
No, not really. No, I don't know. I don't. He's doing all right. He's doing pretty good on his own.
So he
He's got
didn't
his
help him
YouTube
out?
channel going.
Because I know he needed some help, I think, right?
So I don't know. He didn't tell me he needed help. He's just like, hey,
Really?
yeah. Let me see. He's just like, not much. Well, he waved at me. We became friends. He's like, not much. Told about my coworker that you and his friend are awesome YouTubers. Hey, look at that. We're awesome YouTubers.
Who?
So
Who said
yeah.
that?
Dan. So let's.
He wrote you on.
Yeah. Oh, like I have this itch that
Yeah.
is killing me
Okay.
because the image looks a little overexposed,
Go fix it.
and I want to fix it.
Andrew, can you fix it real quick? Please?
On the camera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just I think
ISO.
it looks
Bring it up to 16 or what?
No,
16?
bring it down. Yeah, bring it down.
to
It looks
12?
a little overexposed.
If you go under the
I
camera,
think a third stop should be fine.
it's all right.
I think a third stop should be fine.
Oh,
What does it look like? Is it over?
And it was over by like 2/3.
2/3?
Yeah, 2/3.
Okay.
okay.
Cool. Now that looks
Happy
a lot
now?
better. Oh, you look gorgeous, man. Look at you.
Ooh.
Yeah. There we go. There is my skin tone.
Stop it. Stop it.
Papi chulo.
Ay, Dios mío.
All right, so let's talk about the brain. Let's talk about the dome.
What's up? What's up there?
So here's I guess we did talk about it a little bit. Anybody in the comments? Just I see you, but I can't hear you, so I'm just imagining your voices. Just now, unmute your audio because I've got audio on my end, and we've got audio over there. I see the levels, and Adrian.
Yeah, bring your volumes up.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're
just
not going to
now.
say anything inappropriate on here. Just let us know when you unmute it, so then we'll say something inappropriate.
Fernando says it's like Adrian got an instant tan. That's funny.
Yeah, right.
That is funny. So yeah, if you can't hear us, either be sure that you're not connected to a Bluetooth device that you don't actually have in your ear. Also, make sure that your volume levels are up on the side of your phone. Bring them up.
Yeah, and this is what you get when IT people are doing live stream shows.
We know what you need to do, right?
Yeah, we can troubleshoot from right from here.
That is
man.
awesome, man.
Yeah, let us know. Put all your computer problems in the comments.
Absolutely, for a small fee.
Small fee.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So let's talk about that.
Intellectual.
Let's
intellectual.
Let's get smart.
Let's do it.
Get smart. You know the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Get smart. Remember the show?
You can tell us who liked, and I can know how many people are on the stream too.
Yeah. Be sure to like the live stream. That way
With everyone.
we can see how many people like it.
Oh, I see 5
That's
watching
how that
now.
works. Did you?
You don't see your friend on here, share it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think we need Andrew over here as the social media specialist.
We do.
I think so. I think Mel just no. Yeah, but she's still watching. She's still watching.
She's watching. I was waiting. I was.
Okay.
Do we
Come on,
have-
let's get on topic, guys.
We don't have comments enabled, do we?
Yes.
Questions?
Yeah, I see him. Or questions?
No, questions or comments.
Oh, she's watching.
Down.
She just said it. Dang it. You know I love you, boo. Oh, so I turned on my live chat.
Someone who says, I see Adrian checking his phone. Yeah, I'm checking. I'm giving. Excuse me.
Wait, who says that?
From the HCL team. I think it's Mel.
Okay.
Just a commented. Yeah, so we see someone commented.
All right, so here's some things that here's 8 simple steps to increase your intellectual wellness.
Yeah.
Keyword, simple. Right? You guys got me on this?
Keep it simple.
Okay.
Like that.
How
Kiss.
about, here's the first one. Read for fun.
Yeah.
What did you say last time?
I don't want to say it. It's not appropriate. If you can.
Wait. Where's this? Just now, did you fix your audio issue? Because we're about to say something
She did.
inappropriate.
She did. She said it was off.
Well, I mean, then
Ah, okay.
She said
okay,
it. She had it off.
Okay, so now say it.
I'm watching you. Oh,
You want me to say it? If you got time to beat it, you got time to read it.
Credits.
Talking about the eggs, in the morning when
Right.
you're making eggs, you're
Right.
beating your eggs, yeah.
Credits.
Yeah,
I want
so-
credits. No, I'm kidding. I want credit for that. No.
Yeah. So, hey, read for fun. It may be hard to do when you're spending most of your time doing required homework and reading. Is that right, dude? I hated that stuff. I wasn't big on homework. But try to find time during the morning, night, or weekend to sit down and read something for fun. Read something that you're into, right? I do a lot of reading when it comes to like camera stuff.
Yeah.
I
think that counts.
I even read like the manual.
That counts,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I would read. What else would I read? I read articles about like a new car that's coming out or some kind of new technology or features or whatnot. Yeah, and you know what I would do though? Man, I read this stuff. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with these writers? Like, there's so many typos. There's like missing punctuations and
confusion.
I think that's too much. I think we're getting way too deep into that. But yeah, read for fun. Read something that you're into. Think about it. Hey, I'm into makeup. So how about let's read an article about makeup. Where does it come from?
Or shading, or how do you fix a brown spot on someone's face, or a white spot, or overexposure, or brightness. I mean, there's.
Or what about if you're you want to learn more about a different culture?
True.
Let's say, hey, I want to go to. I was about to say China. I want to go to.
Peru.
Nobody wants to go there. Not right now.
Not right now.
Yeah, I want to go to Peru. I want to go.
Machu Picchu.
See the mountains. I want to. And you know what? Let me learn about the culture
We're
before I
gonna
go there.
Mexico,
That way,
watch the
when
sea.
I go there, I'm not like this ignorant American,
Right.
thinking that, wait, that goes on here. No, let's read about it.
Yeah. And you know what? I think so. Reading about that was something. And this actually, man, I think back when I was going to school, I remember going to like third, fourth, fifth grade, and I liked the subjects that they were teaching us but just the way that the teachers were teaching it, I used to hate it. I just didn't enjoy reading.
Yeah.
But today, I love history more than anything. I mean, I love a lot of things, but history, learning about other cultures, like you're saying, right? What happens, where to go, where things come from, what made things be the way they are. It's just mind blowing, man. And I wish I had this way of learning when I was a kid that I knew how to learn, or that my teacher knew how I could learn better.
Well, that's the thing, I think the issue with teachers, and I could be wrong, but this is just from my perspective, so this is just one opinion. Relax.
Don't take it personal.
Okay, so let's imagine this. You're at a job, day in, day out. Students come in, students leave. Students come in, students leave. It becomes repetitive.
Yeah.
So now you become
robotic.
Yeah, you become robotic, and then, dude, like my history teacher would just monotone the entire lecture.
Ooh.
And I would just like it was like this weird like thing. He's like, Brian, when you're sleeping for every single class, it's kind of hard not to fail you. It's kind of difficult.
But you did your homework and everything, right? So,
Okay. I think I got a high C. So, yeah, I didn't always get the
my
best
computer,
grades.
It's kind of blurry.
No,
but
mine
it's
is
just
too. Are we?
just the upload.
How's it looking over there, Andrew?
What happened? There was a little.
We're losing resolution.
No,
Oh, it's back. Never mind. I just refreshed and it's fine now.
Do we want to do like a low instead of ultra low? Can we change it or no? Bummer.
It's all Gucci. It's looking better now. If it's blurry,
Just focus your eyes.
well, I was gonna say refresh, but you can't refresh on a phone. Your app, can you?
You can just close it and open it back up. I don't know. I think you could swipe down to refresh.
There's like a little
Yeah.
gear sign that does the for settings.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool,
Instead
cool.
of changing it to auto, but yeah, but
So
it is what it is.
So yeah, man. So I think it makes teachers make the difference. I think, and when
Right.
friends I have that are teachers, and they say we make the difference, I truly believe that, because they do. And if for some reason your students are not doing very well, go look in the mirror. You might be the problem if you're a teacher.
you know who just became a teacher?
No, who?
My sister.
No way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Teacher in high school.
Congrats, teacher.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. So every time I come over, she's always telling me, I was to message her today. I'm like, and then she's like, grading or fixing grades, and I'm like, dang. And then she's like, oh, I'm creating my lesson plan or who knows what, and then she's showing me what she's doing, and I'm like, nice, man. And she's like asking me like for how can she get like make it more interesting or whatnot
for the kids.
Because, yeah.
Hey, watch the show. You get some ideas.
She's teaching computer training
for
high school.
What year old? High schoolers.
High schoolers, yeah.
Oh wow,
yeah.
That is awesome, man. How old is your sister? You don't want to say. I get it. You don't have to say it.
25 or 26.
Oh man, she's gonna go some places. I tell you. She's doing that now, and she's got that drive, and she's got that desire.
Melania says, "What books do you guys enjoy reading?"
Ooh.
When I was in high school, and
that's like you got
my teachers could not get me to read. They could not get me to read. I hated reading. I did not like it at all, except for one teacher. Like, man, it's tough, man, because there's like always just one teacher that really cares enough to try to get you to care, right?
Right.
Anyways, like this teacher really got me to start reading, and I fell in love with this author. And then it got to the point where, like, Brian, you're older now. You got to stop reading these kids' books. You got to read something that's your age appropriate, I should say.
Yeah.
Mercedes commented, "That's me. I'm a teacher." Yeah, she.
Hey,
is.
Mercedes, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching us on YouTube.
But yeah, no, I like to read like suspense thrillers as far as for like entertainment. Other kinds of books I like to read. I like to read encyclopedias. I know when I was a kid, my parents bought us this like library of encyclopedias.
Best investment.
And I would just take one and read that, put that away to get another one and read it. And I still have them. I still have those encyclopedias. They're up over here.
No kidding.
Yeah, since I was a kid. Yeah.
Wow. When was the last time you opened them?
I couldn't remember.
You want to look at the other one. That's what it looks like. Or the
Cool.
computer on your PC.
It's all good.
Yeah. So right now, I like reading articles on like CNET. I like reading articles on like Cinema 5D
What's
or News
CNET?
Shooter. CNET's like the technology website. All the latest tech news,
Okay.
phones that are coming out, or some software, or
CNET.
CNET.
Oh, C.net. CNET. Yeah.
CNET.com.
I got you. I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
So, yeah, I like to read that stuff. I read articles on like films. You know
Okay.
how they were shot, where they were shot, who directed, and what camera they used.
Hours and people and how many hours they put in.
No, not really.
Interesting.
That's not really in there. It's just
It's not relevant.
no, really, you know, because you can't really do it. Because some movies take like 5 years to make. Some movies take 2 months.
2 years.
Yeah. So
Yeah, for sure, man. Also, audiobooks, I think, are fun.
yeah, audiobooks are.
Audiobooks is my thing.
Audiobooks I do when I don't want to read. Like I was like, let me
Yeah.
just, it's something that might be difficult for me to read. So
Yeah, I got a few books. Actually, one book that I got as a present. The title of it is Quiet. That's the title of it. It's by Susan Cain. It is a book about introverts. Love it.
what about 'em?
What about introverts? It's a different world for them, man, out there. I believe I was an introvert, and I just learned how to channel things out. And it doesn't make me an extrovert. It's just I'm still an introvert down.
you're like an acting extrovert.
But it's so natural now that it's like. Anyway, so I got this book and a few other books that I got as a present as well, and I got them on my table, and I got them on there just because I want to read them.
Yeah.
And I will pick them up. So it's Quiet. I got that when I was doing a little bit of traveling for work, and so that allowed me to read while I was flying.
Nice.
So I love that, man. It was fun. I was like, damn, we're already here. Give me a minute. I got to finish this chapter.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So yeah, but then I wish there was audiobooks when I was going to school. I would have read so many books. And yeah, you're right. So you have to read.
Read for fun.
Yeah, read for fun.
Read for fun.
But pick a subject that you think is going to nurture your brain. Don't pick up something that it's about. Trends or cosmopolitan, things like that. I think, yeah, I mean, some of those are fun once in a while, and I think it's also a good thing if you pick them up once in a while. But don't make that your go-to reading material of every day, or because I think if you can read 5 minutes a day, that will definitely increase your brain highway connections.
Yeah.
Just 5 minutes a day. Anything.
So Santi is
Anything
watching
really.
with popcorn.
Ding it.
Yeah.
Can they see it? Should
I don't
they
think so.
Do they want to see it?
I don't think so.
It's all good.
Pick it up and show
No, it's fine.
It's all good, man. Wow.
Santi's watching with pop. He looks super excited too.
He does, man.
Brian and
So we got
I don't
a
think they
comment
can
from.
do this, or-
yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all gravy. Drink
Melania
Spiny Coke.
says philosophy
Philosophy
books
books.
are good. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so good, and in so many ways, because it teaches you about how, and I'm not going to say how the real world actually works, but because there's obviously theories about that, right? So everybody has a different theory about how it actually works, but understanding from a deeper level on how it actually works, it's a different thing. But yeah, philosophy, I think it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty good. Teaches about, reality,
Yeah, for sure.
existence.
For sure.
You know.
That's a good topic. Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
But also audiobooks. Like I said, I wish they had audiobooks when I was going to school.
There's this service, a subscription service for audiobooks.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a different one. No, this is like made by motivational speakers, or like those people, like people.
You're talking
like,
about Tony Robbins and
yeah, like a collection of
Dean or
motivational
Dean
books, stuff like that,
Graziosi.
self-education books. I think there's a subscription for that,
And
not Audible, but
no, I think it's
I forgot what it was. I remember seeing the ad for it like so many times when they were working on it.
yeah, and I think who talks about that, who promotes that, Tom Bilyeu from Impact Theory.
Oh, and I think what's his name?
Who?
The guy that's always in his garage with his Ferraris.
Ty Lopez.
Ty Lopez. He was one of them also.
I think it's Blinkist. I think it's called.
Is it?
The service?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Check it out real quick. I think it's Blinkist, where you get.
Hey, Blinken. Sorry, that's from a movie. Sorry.
And it's a service where you actually you pay a subscription a month, and then you get. I think it's good, but on the other hand, it's not, because what happens is they give you, say you got a book here, right, and that service will give you that book in 15 minutes. So it's like a
it's like an express.
Yeah, it's like a review of the book.
Yeah.
I mean,
fast
it
track.
might be good for some books, but not for all the books, because I want to kind of absorb all the content from.
So
the
here's step 2. Would be to debate an issue with a friend, but choose the viewpoint opposite the one you hold.
Wait, say that again.
Debate an issue with a friend, but choose the viewpoint opposite
Of
the
yours.
one you hold. Yeah. So to get a different perspective and argue that,
Okay,
right?
I think
Because that's going to force our minds to
change our perspective.
it will change our perspective, but also
Open up.
come up with logical explanations or logical reason to debate what you're standing for. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So it sounds tricky, right? But that's the point. Focusing attention on information that is different than your beliefs
From your
can improve intellectual wellness.
expand your knowledge and expand your.
Naturally, we tend to only focus our attention on opinions, beliefs, and facts that hold true to our viewpoints.
We support, yeah.
When you expose the mind to opposing ideas, it expands the mind to grasp new information.
I like that a lot, man.
Amen, brother.
I like that a lot, and yeah, do understand that it's not for everyone. Either you have it or you don't, and that's okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like the rest of the world.
And when
the
you
world needs.
when you debate, do just that. Debate. Don't argue. Don't
take it
fight.
personal.
Don't take it personal.
Do not try to impose your ideas on others.
Yes.
Oh, I feel like I just hit myself with that in the forehead.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. But my intentions, and yeah, I need to stop doing that. But my intentions are actually positive, like good, like for something positive to help someone change. But
More or less for religious views, I'm thinking more of, or something like that. You're probably saying with.
no, we don't. I don't even. I don't know. Maybe I should open up a little bit and try to get into religion or politics, but it's not my cup of tea. I just don't.
Yeah.
Don't get too deep into it, because it's just a huge freaking mafia. It's just you don't know what's true. I mean, honestly, you don't know who's on what side.
Yeah.
I mean, today we get slapped by the president. Tomorrow he's giving us a hug, and then the next day he's throwing rocks at us. It's like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, it's just and same thing with religion. It's just, don't try to convince me that your opinions are the only opinions out there. And no, I mean, I'm open to points of view from different religions, but I'm not necessarily attached to one, or I'm not devoted to one of them. Mm-hmm. But I am open about religion. Like I respect people that believe in something.
Seems to me that you just have dealt with some ignorant people that have made you or have built this belief in you.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's just what I see.
Yeah, I mean, I rather like 5 different religions than just one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, it's like the same thing we're talking about, like learning about other cultures, right?
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like religion, and I don't know. I don't want to go too far in a tangent on it, but like religion is just that. It's a religion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. Just
So you got to be careful with like where you get your information from, because I've been down that road.
yeah.
So
Okay.
So step number 3 to improving or increase your intellectual wellness is to improve your skills for studying and learning, right? So don't just, there's a way that we learned in school, right? And that's the way they taught us. Maybe we learn differently. So discover that way. Discover how you learn. Learn about
Best
how you
possible.
learn. Learn about the best way you learn. And try new skills for studying. Try new techniques, new ideas, and see if it works for you.
Strategies, techniques, methods.
Exactly, because we're gonna you have to continue to take tests. I'm still taking tests. We got driving tests that we still have to take periodically.
Yeah.
We have if we want to get some kind of certification, we have to take some kind of state certification or whatnot within our careers, or we want to maybe our job requires us to take a test before we reach a certain level, or if we want to operate a certain piece of machinery, right? So, just keep learning about yourself and, what the best way for you to learn is. Right?
Yeah, for sure. One thing I've noticed is whenever I come across something, just anything, and it doesn't have to be a book or a subject or anything that makes me uncomfortable. In the past, I used to be like, nope, not up for it. Today, if something makes me uncomfortable, whether it's a subject, whether it's someone's idea, whether it's anything, before I say no, I'll say, okay, what is it about this that is making me uncomfortable? And is it a valid reason for me to be uncomfortable? If not, then I'll definitely experience it. So find out what makes you uncomfortable. In this case, for learning or a topic or a book, and then make yourself kind of force yourself a little bit and make yourself maybe read 5 pages of it. You might actually like it because it makes you uncomfortable. It makes you think things that you didn't think before, and see things the way you didn't see them before. Right?
Maybe. I don't know.
That was Inception.
I think so. Get comfortable, but then don't get uncomfortable, but get uncomfortable, and then you want to
that was a bit
force yourself, and then, I don't know.
Sorry. Well, it's part of learning,
Yeah, for sure. I'm learning right now.
Number
4. Learn a foreign language.
Okay.
Learn a foreign language.
Yeah.
Nine.
That's like German.
Naprawić.
Nastrovia.
Yeah. So learning a foreign language can be beneficial to your intellectual health and your employment projects, right? When learning different ways to communicate, expand your mind. I'm sorry, your mind expands. I'm getting ahead of myself here. This not only helps with being receptive to new knowledge, but also helps broaden information already learned. I think, and it also shows that, you care about culture,
Right. Especially because we live in a country that is multi-culture.
It's a mixed pot of cultures.
It's a well-versed country in numbers of different cultures. And so there is a comment, I'm not sure who it is, Paris Pop. It says, I always do better with hands-on learning.
Yeah.
So that's
me, actually.
Oh, that's you. So you learn that you learn better hands-on, right? So how do you learn best?
Yeah, that's why science and math.
I guess hands-on. I'm a visual learner, but then also hands-on.
Yeah, both too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to kind of see it and do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So Mel says some people can be scared to learn something new. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Right. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, they like what's going on. They don't want it to change.
They're used to the norm.
That's fine. If they're happy that way, that's okay. That's completely okay. You know, I think we don't want to force anybody to do something they don't want to do.
Absolutely not.
If they're scared, the reason they're scared, I don't know. That might be something that we want to deal with.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think anybody should be afraid to do something new. If they already know in their mind or heart that they don't want to do anything new, it's like, no, that's not for me. I don't want to. No. Sorry, I'm going to leave things the way they are. I'm happy right where I am. But if like, oh man, I want to do it, but I'm scared. Now that's a different scenario.
Right.
That's a different situation. I think it's best to learn why they are scared. What would be some things that would scare people in trying something new or learning something new?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
why would they be scared?
Just because it's new.
Because they don't know what's going to come from it.
We are, by nature, we are afraid. No, not necessarily. We're just afraid of the unknown.
These things people could be telling themselves, oh, it might be a waste of time, you know, because I can't afford to lose time right now.
Right.
And that's how I feel with video editing. You know, I know Adobe Premiere so well but sometimes it crashes. I tell you how many times it crashes on me, man. Yeah. You know, I pay for the subscription and it's freaking crashing on me like almost every week. And
when you had it for experimenting purposes, it never crashed.
Right. Yeah. So now I'm like, you know what? I was even telling the rep, I was like, hey Eddie, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Really appreciate you jumping on the YouTube
Eddie.
live stream. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to move over to DaVinci Resolve, which is another editing platform, video editing platform. And then, but it's completely different than Adobe Premiere. Like everything is different. It's like comparing a Chevy to a Volkswagen. It's like totally opposite. And then, so I would have to learn right from square one, right from the beginning. And I just didn't have time. I don't have the patience to have to learn a whole new video editing software. Maybe I could have done it if I did it back in the day when, you know, I had a lot more time on my hands, but now it's like, you know, not necessarily energy.
So which one does better actually when it comes to the output of it?
They both do great. They both do a really good job. It's just that DaVinci is free. There's a learning curve with that. There's a big learning curve, and it would have to, just the same way I learned Adobe, the same way I learned Sony Vegas. It's watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos on how to do one simple task.
Right.
And then I'd have to do all that for DaVinci.
You know, I found some. Hey, hola Eddie, ¿cómo estás? Igual, gracias, muy bien, gracias por acompañarnos. Están muy guapos, gracias, igualmente, tú también. No te podemos invitar aquí a la cámara remota, pero bueno. Pero igual de guapos.
Yeah.
So one thing I found out in some of the apps, the more recent apps, that they got this feature, the search feature built into it, where say if you want to drop a shadow on anything, I'm just being, you know, generic. I mean, that's not what you use Photoshop for, or maybe you do, but I don't know. So if you want to drop a shadow, right? So some apps, if you actually, so you go to the search option, or the feature search, and type shadow, it'll tell you which submenu it is on. Or what menu and how to do it. Yeah. Like it shows you a quick on the actual app. So
like a little tutorial.
Yeah. I think that's really, really good.
Yeah, and Adobe has that. Adobe has like tutorials built into them.
Okay, that's good. One app I think I found that does that, I think it's the GIMP, which is also an open software.
Yeah, but my thing is like, I understand that. My thing is having to learn all of it, right? So having to waste or, you know, invest time in searching that, learning it all over again, right? When I already know how to do it in Adobe. I know how to do everything in Adobe. You know what I'm saying?
But then at the same time, so if you look at the long term savings versus, you know, a paid subscription with Adobe versus the free version subscription of DaVinci.
Yeah.
You got to look at things that maybe short term, long term.
But then you know what?
Mid-term.
If we're looking like if we're thinking like bigger picture, the majority of the industry they're using Adobe Premiere.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know,
Yeah,
the
if you-
industry's
yeah.
standard is Adobe Premiere.
But if you're
Like a very small amount. It's like
It's a
in
new community.
corporate. It's like in the corporate world. It's Apple or PC, right?
Right.
What do you see more of? PC
BZ,
instead of Apple.
yeah.
So that's kind of like
I'm kinda happy with.
that's kind of like what's going on there.
Yeah, true. Checks comments. Are there checks in the comments? I want to check.
Ooh,
What?
all right.
Oh yeah, check.
Checks comments. What happened? Oh. What comments? What? We got 10 people watching now. That's awesome, man. Very cool. Well, for those that are watching, we thank you very much for your time and for being open to trying YouTube Live. We also want to, for the people that have just joined, we're talking about the second layer or dimension of the wellness, 8 dimensions of wellness, which is intellectual. Intellecto, the smart
Yeah.
dimension of it. So it's our second of an 8 series season or episode.
8 series. What's it? Man,
It's not even 10 o'clock.
nowhere near 10.
But it's
It's an
Friday.
8-part series.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're on the
So-
second.
So number what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on.
Yeah.
If I knew us, or put in like playlists or something.
Hey, can you open the drive? Can you pay attention to the drive? I got some messages there for you. Play a game. Board
Play a
games.
game.
Do you like board games?
Yeah, a little bit.
I love board games.
It depends. Loteria.
That's not a board game. That's gambling.
But it's a game.
But it's not. Well, yeah,
I guess
Board
it's a game
games.
that you can enjoy with the rest of the family. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. But I'm talking. I guess we're
You're talking about chess?
games that force you to kind of think. You know, like the game of life or the game of Clue. You know, who's the murderer or whatnot. Right? No.
Okay.
Play a board game. Board games and cards are popularly known as leisure activities. These activities can also help with your intellectual wellness. You ever play the game Speed?
I haven't tried Speed. No. The game? No, I haven't tried the game. No.
So the game of Speed is you've got 2 small decks in there, and then you got your single card in the middle, and then and then you flip them, and then you put your cards in orders, right? And whoever gets rid of all their cards first wins the game. But they got to go in order, right?
Okay.
What's what you see on there, and then whoever does it first wins. So you're like thinking fast. You're matching numbers. You're doing, matching numbers and kings, queens, whatever. Not
Okay.
matching, but like in order.
Right. There are numbers
Yeah.
from 1 through K or
Ace.
2, 10, and Jack, King, Ace.
cool.
It's like what you do for solitaire.
Yeah. So, playing the game. What else?
So
Anybody else who's on
let's
there?
see. These activities can also help with intellectual wellness. The next time you have free time, pick up a deck of cards or pull out a board game and play. It makes no difference whether you're playing alone or you are playing with others. As long as your mind is thinking, improvements are being made.
True.
I played alone a lot when I was a kid. So I played solitaire. That was like one of my favorite games. Just the game, the card game.
Really?
Yeah.
I
On what?
first time I actually got introduced to solitaire was on a PC.
I didn't have computers when I was a kid, man. Nobody had a computer when I was a kid.
Yeah, I know. Me neither. So,
Yeah. So what are we on? Number 6 or 5? 6?
how many are there? How many you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play a musical instrument.
Guitarras.
Guitarras,
Ooh.
teclado, guitars, keyboards, drums. Forces you to keep a rhythm.
Yeah.
Right, to keep a tempo. You counting.
It does. It does have a powerful impact on our brains, actually our minds. So
right. It stimulates the mind with the music and the sounds, right?
Yeah.
Either it freaks us out because we sound terrible, or
we think we sound like a pro.
I know, right? Yeah, that's what happens when I go to my family parties. Like, Brian has the guitar again. That's all I hear. Can someone take away the guitar?
And there's really no, because we often try to associate instruments with, like, say, smart people, like, for example, somebody that played the piano like a very, very long time ago. They're like, no, I don't like the piano, so I'm not going to play any instrument, because then I'm not going to be smart by not playing an instrument, right? But it could actually be any instrument. I mean, it could be the harmonica, it could be a
kazoo,
flute. I don't know what that is.
A kazoo?
A kazoo is...
It's like, it's a wind instrument.
Okay.
Kind of like a harmonica, almost, except that you can never play it wrong. You can never play the wrong note.
Really?
Yeah.
I should give me one of those then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It'd be easy. Yep.
So kind of like those things that you do for like party favor.
Yep. And so I think, you know what, actually, I think that so playing an instrument could actually impact 2 of the 8 dimensions of wellness that we're talking about here, because it also, through music, you can express feelings.
Mm-hmm. Emotion.
Yeah, emotion. So intellectual, I mean, you become smart, but you also become
emotionally
intelligent. Yeah.
Emotionally cured.
Yeah,
or emotionally balanced.
True.
Yeah.
So,
for sure. Yeah, sometimes when I'm like having a rough day, I just grab my guitar and I just start playing. I just like start feeling good.
Wash this out.
Yeah.
Huh? So yeah, there are some activities actually that could help you, that could benefit in many of the dimensions of wellness, I think.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So I think being smart about selecting your activities could actually speed up the process of actually balancing all your dimensions. Right?
Yeah.
So I think it's...
Yeah, and Mel says, does singing count? Yeah, for sure. Singing counts. It's an instrument. It's a vocal instrument, right? So singing counts, and whether you can sing in the shower or while you're cooking or whatnot. Definitely.
Okay. Cool, man. So it looks like we got a few more here before we can wrap it up.
Seventh step, the seventh. Did I say it enough? Write down your thoughts or journal frequently. This is something that I would always try to do this, but I can never seem to keep it up. Which I have something that I don't think you want to do. But anyways.
You have something that I don't want to do?
Yeah. Well, we talked about it and you're like,
What was that?
You were kind of scared. We'll talk about it at the end of the show.
The challenge?
Yeah.
I'm not scared. I think
you're scared. I think you're scared of what you could actually accomplish.
What I could become.
What you could become, how it will change you.
This makes me uncomfortable, and so I would have to say yes. Let's do it. F it. Let's go.
So taking the time to write down your thoughts or journal frequently can help those who struggle with expressing their feelings, or in general for anyone who is trying to make sense of what they are feeling inside. Being able to identify your feelings and understanding yourself more and your actions increase intellectual wellness by exposing your mind to deeper thinking.
Ooh.
And I can that first part, like, I think that hit it right,
right in the head.
Right in the head.
Hit the nail in the head.
Hit the hammer and carpentry and stuff. Because for a lot of people, it's really hard. We find it difficult to express ourselves sometimes.
We do.
And what better way than to be able to write it down? And now we're actually seeing what we're feeling. Yeah, clear. We can see clearly how we feel, and we can better translate that to a much more positive way instead of like a lash out.
Yeah. So
I think that's a really, really good step right there.
Yeah, as we talked about in the beginning, or in the middle, actually towards the middle of the show, is learn how you learn better. I think also writing things down, you will actually learn, because it's important how you communicate better. Not just learn them. It's important also to know how to communicate.
Well, yeah, and
And I think this could also help that. Journaling. I think it's a great exercise.
I think for a lot of us, we might think we're saying what we feel,
Yeah.
and people are like, you think people are like, I'm telling you, why are you not understanding? What's so difficult to understand?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we're probably not translating it correctly.
Right.
Until we've put those words on paper, we can actually see it. I was like, oh, okay.
And then come back to it and read it again, and if it still makes sense,
Like, who the heck is this guy?
be like,
Who wrote this? I don't know you.
what?
What did I miss?
So yeah, I think that would help a lot. I think one of the things in the last one here, it says, I think you talked about it already. We talked about it doing crosswords or Sudoku or puzzles.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I find
Love
Sudoku interesting. I just haven't played it enough that I can find the joy in playing it. Puzzles, yeah, I love puzzles a lot.
I love word searches.
Crosswords, yeah, word search, yeah, that's a good one
Crosswords,
too.
not so much. Crosswords are kind of like, because I would always see old people doing crossword puzzles from the newspaper, and I'm like, ew, old people.
So you have a bad association with crosswords equals old people.
Yeah, so then I'm like, and then I will see a crossword, I'm like,
Well, crossword is kind of like Sudoku, actually.
it is, but because I guess for me it was a little bit more difficult. I couldn't do crossword puzzles. It would confuse me, and then it would just frustrate me. And I'm just like, screw this. What am I doing? Wasting my time with this.
Then you ripped it into pieces. Huh?
Because I don't know a lot of words.
Right.
So
Maybe, hey, that's actually a good exercise to improve your dictionary, your internal dictionary.
yeah, maybe I think so for sure.
Improve your bank of words. I think that's you should do it then. And
I should do crossword puzzles.
Yeah.
Because then I have to ask people, hey, or I Google it, and then it's like, well,
Right.
and then I see the word. It's so, and I'm like, well, that's. Yeah.
But how else are you going to improve on your? I think we can all improve.
Let's see. Wait. Some people are saying Facebook is my journey. LOL. Journals are always good. Eddie's saying Facebook is his journal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure. Brian,
anywhere.
Brian going in on old people. My bad, man. I'm not hating. I'm just, that was younger me. Old lives matter.
Oh, that's funny.
But it helps with your inventory. I think we got a new time frame to be to call 10 o'clock.
Right?
8:44. The new 10 o'clock.
Dang. Journal, he says, Eddie again.
So
I think that kind of wraps it up, unless you got something to say. Again, we'll say a final word for our sponsors. Thanks to Maverick Media for all their support, and Seguros Acacia for all their support as well. Again, we'll talk about the new sponsor once we finalize the
deal.
agreement. Yeah, the deal. So, which is Solar Green, Illinois. And also...
Yeah. And if you'd like to sponsor the show, please reach out to us via Facebook or here in the chat, and we'll reach out. I don't know if we can do direct messaging on YouTube, but yeah.
Yeah.
Become a sponsor.
So. Yeah. And also, keep your eyes open on Facebook, Instagram, because we're going to be sharing on there what's next and where we're doing it, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or Instagram.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Instagram?
Yeah. We do live on Instagram.
We can?
Yeah.
From the computer?
No. From behind tablet, I think, or a phone.
Nope.
Hey, we can try. See? That's unknown territory. You don't want to step into it.
Dude, you know how long it took me to figure this out? And we got it down so pat.
Exactly. We could just open the tablet, open the camera, go Instagram, go live.
You know what?
Simple, done.
You know what? You're right. You are right. We can do it simultaneously.
We could.
I can get audio from that board, plug it into the tablet, and then we just position it somewhere and we'll go live on both. Bruh,
I mean, people are doing it, man.
there we go.
You can do it too.
You
From
know,
your phone.
the Flash Film
LOL.
Academy was just live recently.
Okay.
I sent it to you when he was live.
Who?
Flash Film Academy, the YouTuber I've been watching.
Oh yeah, you sent it. to me.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yeah, which
And-
you sent me a few screenshots too, and this was later.
Yeah. This was
late
some
at
like
night.
ideas. Oh, we got to talk about this after the show. These
This
were.
was late at night. I'm like, dude, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like,
Come on, man. I'm always.
I mean, I was
learning.
still
Dude,
up.
I'm educating myself 24/7.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always up. I mean, but yeah. So, all right, guys. So again, check us out on Facebook, Instagram.
I'm not afraid of new change. Thank you. I say bring it. That's what they put on here.
Yeah, I saw it. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Again, our Patreon page. So for you guys to support the show with any contribution, whether it's $1 or $100 a month, we'll leave that up to you, and it would be welcomed, obviously. Also, check us out on Spotify, Google
Podcast.
and Apple Podcast.
Amen.
And we're also we're coming soon to Black and White TV sometime in the future. Maybe. That's a joke. But again, we thank you for the support. Thank you for watching with us tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for your contribution, your comments. They were all made our night.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this evening. And we look forward to hanging out again.
It's Friday. Huh?
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more on How You're Thinking Life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and also like and follow our page on Facebook. And I was gonna say something. I forgot.
Yeah.
It wasn't important.
I guess not.
But Nickelodeon, I think.
Oh, is that what that means? Nickelodeon?
Maybe. For kids.
Yeah, if Nickelodeon wants to get some kind of deal or make a kind of deal with us, we're more than happy to educate our teenagers
For sure.
on becoming entrepreneurs if they're interested, or just becoming better.
No. Stop your thought right there. But no, actually, that's a good idea. So go ahead and finish.
Fine,
but I think
fine.
Eddie is saying, how about a nickel contribution to Patreon?
Oh,
A nickel or a dime. So yeah.
Man, whatever you guys, whatever is in your heart. If you want to do a coffee a month, 2 coffees a month, because there's 2 of us, or 4 coffees because now there's 4 of us.
Hazy counts.
Hazy counts. If you want to, toss over a bone for Hazy, where's she?
She got a bone today, didn't she?
She got so excited she took it and she
Oh
walked
my
away.
God.
She's like she went to her bed in the bedroom and she was just like going ham on it. But
That was a present for one of our followers. So thank you very much for the bone.
yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, just make sure if you do choose to do a coffee or 2 a month, make sure it's the Venti. Or I think they got a new size now. I think there's a larger one.
40 T? I don't know.
Yeah, so make sure it's that
The 40
size.
ounce?
I think, yeah.
Damn. Be a lot of coffee.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Whatever is in your heart, become a Patreon member. You're gonna get access to exclusive content just for Patreon members.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some amazing stuff on there. So stay tuned. Thank you for
Taco
hanging
for
out with us
Brian.
tonight, and we'll see you.
Oh.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, Monday. Have a nice weekend. But before that, I just remember, and actually, I kind of wanted to finish your thought on helping the young, just to kind of get a better grasp on life, and hopefully we can do it through here somehow, somewhere or the other. But yeah, I think our youth needs a lot of direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I think if we had like younger hosts,
maybe.
yeah,
Yeah, I think what
Like a-
kids would relate to
Higher
younger.
Thinking Live kids,
That's a good idea.
or
Write
not
it
kids,
down.
but like youth.
Both, all 3 of them, kids, youth, and everything. I think it's
YouTube is really picky with kids, man. They're really nuts, man.
That's fine.
So
We'll get kids here to talk about.
Nah, I don't want any.
Kids?
They have to be 18 or over.
Come on, man. We're just talking about. We were just talking about doing the uncomfortable, the unknown.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no. How exclusive, Eddie says. Very exclusive.
Very exclusive.
You'd be surprised.
Or maybe you won't because you've already participated.
But it could again, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, you could if you bring. We know you work with kids a lot, and so maybe you are our gateway to those kids. So let's talk about it, Eddie. How about that?
All
Got
right.
you now.
I think
Balls on your court.
I think we said kids enough in this video. So.
All right, fine. Maybe we need to help fix our hope.
Oh, there we go. We need to fix our millennials first. All right, so
Get some ideas.
we need to get a millennial on here to get some ideas.
And finally, Santi, thanks for watching, my man.
Thank you very much. See you next time, buddy. And we would love to have you on the show if you want to call in, or if you want to be here in person. That would be fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. Good
Stay
night.
tuned. Monday in Espanol. And then we'll see you guys again Friday in English.
Yeah.
Same time?
Yeah.
Same time, 7:30 Central
Ish.
Standard Time.
7:30ish.
YouTube, Instagram, maybe Facebook.
Yeah.
I think maybe Facebook, but then we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. See you guys. Have a good night.
Good
Cheers.
night.